Let me show you how to put together a successful winning advertorial. In my new studio today, it's actually a hotel room, but I just want to break this down in a few minutes. I'll try and keep this like 5 minutes long. I'm going to explain to you the basic advertorial structure that works. This is like the standardized version of how to put together the different elements of an advertorial to have a very strong base. Obviously, one of the best ways to get a winning advertorial is to take one that's working for a very similar product and use it for your own. But this is the second best way. If you want to make one from scratch, if you want to get into a new market or take a whole new angle, this is how you put together an advertorial from zero. So obviously you have the three key elements, and this is what really makes or breaks the advertorial. But again, I'm going to go over the body of it because it's still important to have a strong body, but these are what's going to actually make it a winning advertorial. First and foremost is your headline and subhead, but really just your headline is going to either make it a huge winner or it's just not going to work even if the rest of it is really strong. And the reason for that is because you need to that attention that comes from your ads, it needs to be retained. And if you have a really high bounce rate on your advertorials and you're wondering why, it's always because the headline. So your headline needs to be relevant, highly engaging, and like the next level of intent after your ad. So take them a little deeper. And then the hero image, this is what also captures a lot of attention. It has to, again, be relevant to what's being talked about, or else you're going to have the bounce rate because it's not going to connect, right? If they come from your ad where you're talking about back pain and then your hero image is unrelated to back pain completely, you're going to get a high bounce rate because they're going to think there's a mistake, and that decision happens very quickly. That's why people bounce within a few seconds. So the hero image should be relevant and have some kind of direct response elements like arrows, circles, pain, showing something interesting happening, not just the stock photo. And then the third is the lead. This is what's going to affect conversion. So the headline is going to funnel the attention down, and the lead, just like the VSL, captures the attention and brings them further down into the funnel. If your lead is good, a big percentage of people will read the rest of the advertorial. And in the lead, we essentially just want to identify the problem, dimensionalize it, and then agitate it. And there's two powerful lead types. The first is a story lead. I'm not going to go through all the points because, again, I want to keep this video short. A first-person emotional story of someone who had the problem, and then we explain a little bit of kind of how they overcame it using this product and their process. And it has to be relatable, a little bit worse than the target avatar, so they can say, this person is just like me, but in a worse situation, and they got out. This is their story. It's going to create the emotions that you want to create in the lead to bring them further into the funnel. And then the second type of lead is an info lead. So this can be something like this new startup is disrupting this industry. This new product is disrupting this industry. It's going viral. This new study came out. It can be anything new. So you want to focus on novelty if you're doing an informational lead, and then talk about the problem mechanism, the problem, etc. But do it in a way that's novel, not just kind of boring educational without novelty, because that will get skipped over. And then once you have these dialed in, you're going to have a very strong advertorial. If they're relevant, they're engaging. Engaging means it has curiosity, it promises a benefit, anything like that, a new discovery, novelty. These are things that are engaging, because engaging means you want more. Satisfying just means that you're fine with it. If you have a self-contained headline, for example, you can get whiter teeth by brushing with charcoal. Even that, I mean, that could be an engaging one. But if you have a self-contained headline where they don't need to read anymore, you give them all the information, you're not going to have a lot of engagement. Okay, so let's continue into after you have that engagement based on the headline, the hero image, and the lead, then you get into the body. And I'm just going to go through this as fast as I can. So the body copy is very formulaic. It's like closed. It's pretty much the same throughout most advertorials. And this is just how it is. It's 6 points here. Introduce the problem mechanism. Then the solution mechanism is introduced. Always introduce it with proof, studies, or a groundbreaking discovery. Otherwise, you're just telling them, you're wrong. And that doesn't work. You have to tell them in a way that's, I wouldn't say professional, but it has to be smooth. And the best way to do that is to do it with proof, because then you're not making a claim. You're just announcing something new. You're announcing information. If you do it without proof, then it's just your word against their belief. And that's going to cause friction a lot of the time. Then the product is put to the test. Either the editorial team or your staff, testimonials or reviews or long form stories of someone using the product, and it works wonders. If it doesn't work, don't put the story in. The product is sold to the viewer after the story, because then we've built up, again, similar structure to all direct response. Problem mechanism, solution mechanism. I skipped this one. So then we introduce the product itself, right? Oftentimes in the advertorial, the product can come even sooner. This is one thing to test. You can put the product first. So if you have a very strong ad and they're already bought into the mechanisms, you can put the product first and then go just quickly review the problem and solution mechanism. Okay, this is more for cold traffic. This is like a really strong advertorial structure if your traffic is very cold and you need to reiterate the benefits and the beliefs and all this stuff. Then the product is put to the test, and then it's sold, and then we sell it. Right, we sell the product. That's essentially what all of this is for: is to set up the selling of the product. So we tell them the benefits, the features, how it works, why it'll work for them. We give them everything with reasons why, right? Proof elements for every claim. Reasons why is the best one. So that can be like, this product will help you do XYZ because it has this function, because it does this, because so many people have used it successfully. So give a reason when you make a claim. Otherwise, again, you're just saying something, and that doesn't. It just doesn't get into the subconscious mind. It doesn't get accepted, right? If you're just making a claim that's against someone's beliefs, that wall will go up. But if you just give a reason why, it's like that study of the people in line when they said, "Hey, can I skip you?" They got like 20% of the people said yes. If they said, "Can I skip you? Because I'm really in a hurry," then like 90% of people said yes, because it's a subconscious programming thing that when you give a reason, they assume that it's valid without even really analyzing it. Then we get into the close. So we've done the product, the beliefs. We sold the product to them, right? We don't just introduce and talk about the product. We sell it to them, because this is what it's for. The viewer is only here for themselves, as they should be. They shouldn't be spending time just learning about someone's product unless it can benefit them and unless they're interested in it. So that's what this is for, right? Turn it to them, make it about them. And then we get into the close, and this is how we get action. So to get action, you give social proof. That removes a lot of skepticism. Risk reversal also helps a lot with skepticism. Sell the guarantee, make it unique. Don't just say 30-day money back guarantee. Explain what it means. If you don't get satisfied, if you don't get XYZ result, you'll get your money back. Our customer support team is really easy to get a hold of, etc. So these are all the elements of a good close. The crossroads close: agitate the negatives, and then say, but there's another option, right? If you don't do anything, these are what's going to happen. Your life is not going to change. And then, but if you take action today, these are the positive things that could happen for you. Paints a vivid picture of what it looks like in their real life. And then a direct, clear call to action. Tell them exactly what to do. Click the button below and buy now. And you can also do AOV boosting. So this first call to action leads into, but wait, if you have a special chance, if you have some kind of discount or promotion, you have a special chance to buy more at a discount and save more money, give it to friends and family, have more for yourself, depending on the functionality of your product. If they need multiple of them, this is a great way to do that. And then closing statements. Essentially, the closing statement is pretty short. This is where we want to summarize everything. So if they got into the bottom and they're still reading, it's because they're not fully bought in yet. Otherwise, they would have taken action. So we restate the product, what it does for them, all in like a few words. So take action and buy your knee massager now to promote whatever benefit the massager promotes, and get back to living a life of activity, fulfillment, etc., with friends and family. And then we do the second CTA, which is the same thing, just a clear direct CTA. So click the button below and get your product now. So this is essentially the body of the advertorial, the above the fold, even though the lead is often not above the fold, it's like the trifecta, right? That's very, very powerful. This is what's going to capture the attention. And if this is strong, this is what's going to boost your AOV. These things are not going to boost your AOV, but they will increase conversion rate and definitely the click-through rate and the amount of people who read. And this is going to increase buying intent, a strong body. I've included a few examples here of different types of advertorials. This one is a structure with my notes with a link to the advertorial inside. And these are just PDFs of winning advertorials. The Blissy pillowcase, a lot of you probably know that one. And this is just like some anti-snoring mouthguard to show you various examples. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed advertorial structure, how to write an advertorial, how to put it together. If you have questions, put it in the comments or DM me on Instagram. I'm happy to help. I also give away my swipe file in the description. You just have to click the link and you get a bunch of VSLs, advertorials, brands to swipe from. Very valuable stuff, in my opinion. So hope you enjoyed. Peace out.